Hello friends, welcome to our TechLTEWorld YouTube channel. As part of our series of YouTube lectures, we are today covering an important topic which is called transmit power control command. So it is a command that is sent by the as part of our uplink power control that is mainly used in order to save the battery power of the UE. Okay, so for example, if you have a eNodeB, okay, which has to inform the UE about how much power it has to adjust so that it can have efficient power in the uplink. Okay, so mainly we use the uplink power for sending PUACH or PUCCH, right, or PRACH data, correct, in the uplink direction. So when UE transmit these messages or send these channel messages, it has to be sent with some power, right? Uplink power. So generally, you will have power of 23 dBm, right? So max, that is typical 23 dBm is the power that is used by the UE, right? In order to send, that is max power, right? But if it continues to transmit at the same power, okay, it may end up draining very fast, right? You may end up draining your battery very fast, very quickly, correct? So you have to intelligently update UE about the how much power it has to adjust so that effectively, right? So it doesn't have to over transmit or under transmit, right? Depending upon the eNodeB scheduler decision, okay, eNodeB informs the UE about how much power it has to adjust so that that should be good enough for sending any type of data. Okay, so the command that eNodeB issues from the scheduler issues to the UE is called transmit power control command. Okay, okay. So this is the command that will be used in order to adjust the UE power. And so, as you know, when you talk about uplink power control, there are two types of control you have, right? One is called open loop power control, okay, and another one is called closed loop power control, okay. So, in case of open loop power control, we use mainly path loss parameter, and UE doesn't require any control message coming from the scheduler in order to adjust its power. So UE can calculate its own power and then transmit accordingly, okay, using the power that it has calculated. So it includes your path loss and the number of RBs or the MCS, okay. So it has and some configuration parameters that is sent by the eNodeB as part of your RRCD configuration, like P0 nominal power, okay, P0 nominal power plus P0 UE power, adjusted power. So all these, there are a lot of parameters that is considered as part of open loop power control for where UE can calculate itself based on the parameters that it has calculated, okay. And closed loop power control is same as somewhat same as the open loop power control, but in addition to whatever the UE calculated power, it will also add the eNodeB issued TPC command power adjustment, okay. So that is the main difference, and that's where TPC command from the eNodeB is typically used in the closed loop power control, okay. These both are uplink power control mechanisms, okay. Uplink power control mechanisms, we have both open loop and closed loop, and in that TPC commands is used mainly in the closed loop power control mechanism, okay. So with this understanding, let's see for more details about the TPC command, okay. So as I said, like TPC commands are used by the eNodeB or eNodeB to basically adjust the UE uplink power, okay, uplink transmit power dynamically, okay. That means it's not fixed, right? So you have to control this power dynamically, and these TPC commands are transmitted via DCI, and the specific formats that is used in 5G is 2_2 and 2_3. These are the DCI format that is used to send TPC command. So as you know, like generally whenever your eNodeB wants to inform some information to the UE, it uses some particular DCI format, downlink control information format, and that is sent via PDCCH. Okay, so in this particular case, in case of TPC command, it uses DCI. There are several DCI formats. You have DCI format 0001 for the uplink scheduling, right? Uplink scheduling, and 1011 for the downlink scheduling, right? Similarly, you have 2_2 and 2_3 for sending the TPC command. Okay, and these TPC commands is it is generally 2 bits. Okay, it uses 2 bits of information in the under this DCI payload. It uses 2 bits of information, and the bit mapping is shown here. So if it is generally 00, if it is sent as part of TPC command, if it is sent 00, that means you have to adjust your UE power by this much, -1 dB. Okay, or whatever the UE calculated power, on top of that you have to adjust this power. Okay, so this TPC command will inform the via DCI. UE will be able to decode this DCI, and from this it will extract the TPC command bits. Okay, either 00 or 01, 10 or 11, and accordingly, as per the table that I just showed you, it can adjust what power it wants to transmit. Okay, so this is the whole purpose of using transmit power control command. Okay, for the UE to adjust its power with the help of eNodeB. Okay, so again, like how much power you have to adjust, but you cannot directly go and apply this power, right? So the TPC has defined its own modes of operation. One is called, there are 2 TPC modes that is generally useful. Okay, one is called accumulated TPC mode, another one is absolute TPC mode. So what is this accumulated and absolute TPC mode, and what is the difference? Okay, let's understand that. Okay. And this please remember that this absolute TPC mode is used in case of 5G. Okay, whereas accumulated mode is used only in the 5G. There is no absolute TPC mode in case of LTE. Okay, so let's understand what is this accumulated mode and the absolute TPC. So accumulated is nothing but UE's transmit power will be basically history of the UE power adjusted. Okay, will be taken into consideration whenever it is applying new TPC command power adjustment. Okay, so it will take what is the last adjusted power. Okay, for example, if it is the last adjusted power is 20 dBm, so it receives the new TPC command, either 00 or okay, either 00 or 01 or 10 or 11. Okay, it takes the mapped value and then apply that value to this one. Okay, so when you apply, let's say 00, it will, let's say, -1 dBm, right? So it will become 19 dBm here. Okay, and for the next TPC command, this will become the reference value for it to apply the TPC command. So which tells this, for example, let's say it is 10. Okay, this time it has received 10. That means it has to adjust the power for the 19 dBm with +1 dB. Okay, so it will become 20 dBm. And for the next TPC command, this will be considered as the reference. So like this, it continues to refer to the history of adjusted power for the new TPC commands it has received. So this is called accumulated mode of TPC command. Okay, so in contrast to this, we have absolute TPC transmit power control command, where it doesn't consider whatever is the history of the UE. Okay, what is the power adjusted in the UE. So it just applies whatever the TPC command power that it has received. Okay, and same thing it will apply on the UE calculated TX power. Okay, so for example, UE calculated TX power is let's say 18 dBm. Okay, so with the absolute TPC mode, what it does is let's say it has received 11. Okay, it just increments that 18 dBm with 3 dBm. So it will eventually become 21 dBm. Okay. For the next iteration, for the next TPC command, it doesn't take this one. Okay, it will not consider this at all. So again, it will start with whatever the UE calculated power. Again, let's assume it is 18 dBm. It will just add next TPC command. Let's say it's received 10, then it will add 8 dBm. So this time the TX power will become UETX power will become 90 dBm. Okay, so this is the main difference between accumulated and absolute TPC. Okay, and when you say and what is the benefit that we are getting with the help of this absolute TPC in 5G? Mainly, it reduces the overhead information or the history of your power adjustment that you have sent it, right? So sometimes what happens if this this TPC commands is missed, okay, you will not know what is the history of your adjusted power. Okay, there will be some delay in retrieving the history of your power adjusted power, right, by the UE. So in order to overcome that kind of situation, so this absolute TPC mode of operation will be very helpful, and it improves your latency and saves your battery, I mean UE power saving with the help of this. Okay, so these are the two modes of operation in the TPC. Okay, so this is all about, and this TPC information, as I said, like 2 bits that is carried by DCI, and also there is some RRC reconfiguration message which also carries some information about the TPCs and whether this absolute TPC mode is supported or not, right? This kind of commands or the configurations will be informed to the, or also the path loss. We discussed about the open loop power control information, right? Like this number of RBs and P0 nominal, P0 UE or MCS. All this information will be received from RRC reconfiguration message, okay, which is sent by the eNodeB to UE. Okay, so with the help of all this information, UE can estimate what is the power and also apply the TPC command bits information to the power and then adjust accordingly and send the data in the uplink. Okay, so this is the whole idea about the transmit power control. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Keep watching. Thanks.